After a tough road trip to the Southwest, the Warriors resurfaced tonight at the Oracle for the first game of 3 at home. The Kings have done the Warriors quite a few favors lately, but don't expect any gifts tonight. For the Warriors, it's same old, same old. A win is imperative as their playoff quest continues next on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Be on a Tuesday night than the Oracle, where the Warriors fighting for a playoff spot. Games they absolutely have to have with Kevin Martin and the Sacramento Kings, the fourth and final meeting as the Warriors get ready to take on Sacramento, needing probably 4 wins in their final 5 to qualify for the postseason for the second consecutive year. Hello, everybody. Bob Fitzgerald alongside Jim Barnett. These are fun games, nervous games, anxious games, but the Warriors glad to be back home. The road was rough. They need this one tonight.
Well, this is why you play in the NBA, and it comes right down to this. Very simple. You win out these 5 games. Doesn't matter what Denver does. You go to the playoffs.
The Warriors youngsters playing their best basketball at just the right time. So many minutes for the other starters, but Monte Ellis and Andris Biedrins have found their sea legs, contributing mightily in the last several ball games.
And that has taken a lot of pressure off Baron Davis and Steven Jackson. Now you got to get everybody into the fold, but Monte Ellis has been absolutely superb over the last 41 basketball games. His outside shot is dependable, but getting to the basket and challenging 2 and 3 defenders, getting to the free throw line, he has just been a catalyst himself.
Andris Biedrins with the pick and roll gives the Warriors an interior presence, maybe a fewer threes, Jim, and something on the inside.
Well, he's just a smart basketball player, knows how to make himself available, sets screens, slips the screen, scores inside with those great hands, and now he's shooting free throws. In fact, he's made 23 of his last 27. And that's important tonight, making your free throws and keeping Sacramento off the free throw line. But you just come out here, you take all the pressure away, and you go out because you know you are the best team. You can't let them off the hook.
A dangerous time to catch the Kings. They have won 4 of their last 5. Right. Beat Denver in Denver. No Ron Artest tonight, but it didn't matter. They didn't need him against the Nuggets because Kevin Martin leads the league in free throws made. A terrific open court player. They play a dangerous style.
Bob, Kevin Martin is going to be an all-NBA player this year. He's quietly crept up. He's number 6 in scoring. He was good last year. He's even better. Almost 24 points a game, and his field goal percentage is absolutely tremendous. He's over 40% from three-point range, and as you said, gets to the line about 10 times a game, and he makes 88% of them. He's a go-to guy, and you can't forget about him. Don't overhelp and leave Kevin Martin.
It should be up and down tonight. The Warriors have to get this one. The Kings want to play spoiler, but for the Warriors to play their best basketball, they'll need their captain. Steven Jackson's been slumping lately, but Captain Jack usually saves his best for last. He's alongside our Matt Steinmetz on All Access right after this. The playoff drive in the final 5 for the Warriors, 4 of them at home, taking on Sacramento in a matter of moments before a sellout crowd. And they need Captain Jack, Steven Jackson, to get back to his normal style of play. He's alongside our Matt Steinmetz on this edition of All Access.
All right, Steven, there's a lot of talk out there. You guys are tired, a little bit fatigued. Coach Nelson has said that too. How do you feel these last 5 games?
As best as I'm going to get. We have no room to complain. We got to go out there and play and try to extend our season. And I think that's our focus. I think if we just go out there and play basketball, I think we shouldn't be worrying about being tired. We'll get time off to rest.
Got to ask you about your shooting. Little shooting slumps coming at a wrong time. Is it a case of you missing shots, or you getting guarded differently, or your looks tougher?
I'm getting double teamed a lot more now. I can't even get a post up now because teams are doubling. As far as my outside shot, I think that's just me, lack of focus. I think I have to focus more on my shot and continue to get back to knocking them down. But teams are giving me different looks. I just got to make adjustments.
That last time you played Sacramento, Ron Artest hurt you a little bit with a post-up, and he was hitting his shots. I mean, what do you try to do against him? He's so big and strong, and yet he can go outside.
Well, I think the thing is now, in the last 2 games I wrestled with him, we won one, they won one. I think the thing is now we're going to put a bigger body on him and let him try to wrestle with a bigger guy, because he has less success when he does that. But we have to play, be a scrappy team. They've been playing well. They beat Denver the other night in Denver. So I think for us to come out and play our style of game and be a scrappy team and, get ready for the stretch.
You're one of the 3 captains on this team. It doesn't get more important in the next 10 days. What have you told your teammates?
Well, I told everybody it's up to us. If we want to go home or we want to continue playing. It's all about how we go out there and play and how we approach these games. It's games we definitely can win. But, it just depends on us buckling down as a team, as a whole, to get it done, because that's what it's going to take.
Thank you, Stephen.
Shades of last year, and for the Warriors, we believe part 2 for Matt Barnes. The Frohawk is back. We'll tip it off, Warriors and Kings, after this. Inside Oracle, as the Warriors get ready for the Kings in their Hardwood Classic jersey, going through all the opening lineup machinations, the dance steps, the looseness, the camaraderie, and the chemistry of the Warriors on display. 4 of their final 5 at home in this building that has been so good to them the past 2 seasons. And they'll need the home crowd and the home court more than ever, bouncing back from a very rough 1-3 road trip. Our Southwest Airlines starting lineups for the Warriors: Stephen Jackson, Al Harrington, Andres Biedrins, Monte Ellis, and Baron Davis. Don Nelson has also called up Patrick O'Brien from the Developmental League, and he gets Michael Petrus back healthy and in uniform.
Give him a little shot in the arm, and Patrick O'Brien may be used tonight. They need some shot blocking. He can certainly do that. He played and performed very well while he was down in the D-League.
For Sacramento, John Salmons with no Ron Artest. Mikey Moore, Spencer Hawes, the rookie, no Brad Miller, Kevin Martin, and Anthony Johnson. But this is the same lineup that beat Denver in Denver, and the Kings have won 4 of the last 5, and it's a credit for Reggie Theus, who has them playing very hard down the stretch.
He has done a marvelous job with this club. He was a former player, a big-time scorer, over 16 points a game. He has them playing zone a lot, so let's see how the Warriors handle a zone tonight if they have the same look they did against Denver.
And with the zone, ball movement is so critical. That's what Don Nelson was talking about all during practice yesterday and after the Hornet game. Making the extra pass, finding the open player, and against a zone, Jim, that's just doubly important.
You've really got to move the ball crisply, not a lot of dribbles, find a hole in the middle. It's usually Baron Davis around the free throw line, but it's like the New York Knicks when they won that first championship back in '70. Play defense and move the ball movement. Share the ball and share the load. Stephen Hawes only his 4th start of the year.
Yeah, the 10th pick in the draft, and Hawes has shown some skill inside. Our Toyota Tundra keys to the ball game. Jimmy, what do you got tonight?
Well, I just think you need good production from everybody from the big 3. And I'm talking about Baron Davis, Stephen Jackson, and Monte Ellis. If those 3 have a reasonable night, because Stephen Jackson in the 3 losses only went 6 of 34 from the field. So they need production from them, and you got to find their shooters early. Kevin Martin and John Salmons. And just, Bob, mental focus. This is a game that comes down to mistakes. Who's going to make the majority of the mistakes? You've got to be mentally focused to play and limit those turnovers. I'm thinking about the game last night. To me, Memphis found a way to lose the game rather than finding a way to win it.
And for the Warriors, their magic number is 6. Any combination of Warrior wins and Denver losses totaling 6, and the Warriors are in the playoffs. But their elimination number, their tragic number, is 5, because they cannot afford to be tied with Denver at the end of the year. They lose the tiebreaker. They'll see the Nuggets Thursday, but they can't worry about that now. They have to deal with the Sacramento Kings, and Kevin Martin with the opening possession.
Rebound is going to be a factor here with Mikey Moore and Hawes in there.
Harrington knocking it away. Harrington a foot race with Mikey Moore, shields him, and then draws the foul. Harrington, a good defensive play to begin things. On March 18th, it was Sacramento beating the Warriors 122-105 at Arco, but love the perimeter defense early.
Yeah, Mikey Moore just put the ball on the floor and dribbled too high, and Al Harrington got a good look on it. Saved a basket, got 2 free throws.
Al's been playing with that injured thumb on his shooting hand. His rebounding has been better as of late, but any kind of perimeter shooting has been much dicier. Well, Ron Artest played against the Lakers, but he missed the Denver game, and the Kings won. So Artest in the suit, and he talked to Sacramento people. They said, well, he'll start the game in a suit, but he could change at halftime. Well, I tell you,
anything is possible with Ron
he is
Artest.
not on the inactive list, in case you were wondering. And Harrington is taken away from Mikey Moore again.
And Mikey Moore thought he got fouled both times, but to no avail. There's good ball movement, draw and kick.
And that's the three that's down. And Monte, who's done everything scoring-wise, finding Baron Davis. Anthony Johnson got the better of Baron up in Sacramento, the veteran point guard. Played with Atlanta and Jersey and Indiana. Baron knocking it away. Off his head. Baron in a 2-on-1, and Kevin Martin breaks it up.
He read the bounce pass.
Quickness of Martin.
How about the aggressive defense, though? They're getting away with a lot of contact.
Martin. Baron being spilled for a second. Hawes doesn't catch it. And we've already had multiple turnovers. Monte putting it up and out, but he draws the foul. But how about Harrington's pass behind the back?
That's his only outlet. He was losing the ball, and that was his only choice, and he did a super job of it. And Mikey Moore picks up his second. Harrington's losing the ball here, chasing it down, because there comes the defender Johnson, and a perfectly timed bounce pass to Monte Ellis.
What I like about the first minute 15 of this game, it really rankles me, and it rankles number 3 there. Al Harrington has so many other skills than to just stand and be a three-point shooter. And you see the defense. We've seen him rebound. You see him pass. You see him in the open floor. And they have a lane violation on that missed free throw.
Everything's going right for the Warriors, which is not going to happen the entire game. But back to Al, more specifically.
And let me correct myself. Not a lane violation, a technical foul. And so Stephen Jackson will shoot the tee.
Okay, and then they'll just go back for the number 1 free throw from Monte. But Al Harrington is a player that yearns to be coached, and he needs to be coached all the time. Each and every game, you've got to tell him what the situation is and kind of give him the direction there, and he will follow it.
And so Jackson makes the tee free throw. Monte makes the second. And Reggie Theus is going to stop this very early.
And he is really upset because he's claiming his players have been getting hit, and he may have a legitimate argument.
Yeah, there's been a high level of physicality as the Warriors have come out defensively. Reggie Theus, he called that timeout just to get some jawing in, with the Warriors scoring the first 6. This building housed the stirring "We Believe" of a year ago inside the Oracle. Warriors desperately want to get back again to the postseason, leading 6-0 with 10:40 remaining in the first quarter. Season tickets on sale for next year, and you get to guarantee a seat to see the Warriors in the playoffs, placing a deposit towards next year's season tickets. Operators ready to help you right now at 888-GSW-HOOP. Reggie Theus takes the early timeout. Kings with 4 turnovers, haven't attempted a shot until right now, and John Salmon scoring inside.
Warriors coming right back. They are aggressive.
The 2-man game with Biedrins.
Used the screen extremely well.
Jackson rimming that out. Anthony Johnson with the rebound. Spencer Hawes, 10th pick in the draft out of Washington. Wheeling on Biedrins. Right-handed hook doesn't go, and Otter's tipping to Baron. Baron Davis end-to-end, lay it up and in.
He's still got his legs because he ran past 2 players.
There's Kevin Martin in the open floor. He is just a wonderful player.
The ball is moving, though, for the Warriors. And Kevin Martin, yes, he just keeps getting better. Over 20 points a game, and they found Biedrins there. And he goes on a finish, doesn't he now?
That was a little bit out of his range in terms of a left-handed hook.
He uses one dribble so effectively. And Hawes did the same thing.
Yeah, pretty good footwork, Spencer Hawes. Sacramento people like him. Brad Miller has been out, and Hawes playing a bit more as the season has progressed.
He's young, skilled.
Here's that zone look you were talking about, Jim. And Harrington from deep. The Warriors, a three-point shooting afternoon in New Orleans they never want to think about again. They only make 3 and launch 27. Anthony Johnson missing there. Aaron on the taller Salmons.
That's a pass.
And he's going to get it to Jackson. A nice tip ahead. Kevin Martin to Salmons. They're the two most dangerous Kings in the open floor. John Salmons, signed as a free agent. He and Kevin Martin excel at the Warriors' tempo. Tay finding a seam and a right-handed spike that was quick and savage.
How often do you get a dunk starting from the perimeter against a team playing a zone? It's almost unheard of. A dribble drive dunk on a zone.
Here are the...
That only came out of good ball movement.
Kevin Martin floating and finishing. Martin and Monte 1-2 in most improved voting a year ago, and Ellis losing it out of bounds, and it is Sacramento ball.
How many steps can you take on this play? Well, this is the play where they lost the ball on the pass, went off the backboard, and Salmons finished it. But after that, Kevin Martin hippity-hopping through the lane.
Salmons with 4, Martin with 4. Barron with 5 for the Warriors. Spencer Hawes, and the Rick Sutcliffe delivery missed it so long that Salmons got the rebound. Biedrins tipping to a teammate in Ellis. Jackson, we get knocked away. Monte saves the day. Barron around Hawes to the rim, and Biedrins touched it last.
But they're just trying a little too hard right now.
Kings with 5 turnovers, Warriors with 4.
Salmons is capable right there.
Knuckleball, air ball.
And what happens is they play 5 minutes. You get a little winded. Monte's got that little 19-footer. You get a little winded with this kind of pace, and then all of a sudden you're in such great shape. It just kicks in. It takes another minute or two, and then you can run forever. You can see Baron Davis holding his shorts at half court.
Speak of run forever, I think of Kevin Martin and Monte Ellis. You can talk about guys that don't mind the 94 by 50 on the court.
See, Baron's slowing it back a little bit, a notch, and then it'll step into it, then he'll be okay.
Like Barron's mindset going inside. Jackson touching it to Biedrins, putting it up and in. Well, the ball really hopping around in a confined space.
And once Biedrins is in the lane around that restricted area, he knows where the basket is just by looking at the floor.
They trying to move his feet. Dish inside to Hawes. He has it knocked away. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Barron all the way to the rim to lay it up and in.
They had the 2 guards there. He said, no way he's going to give it up to anybody there. He just said, I'm going to attack.
Barron was 7. 6 straight by the Warriors. They have 7 fast breaks out of their 18. 7 fast break points. Jackson fouling Salmons.
Barron coming down the middle. Only Martin and Anthony Johnson there, so he just says, I'll convert simply. Inside, Jackson drops it, goes back to Biedrins, good hands, and a better finish.
You brought up something great. He looked down, like, where's the circle? Where's the dotted circle? Where's the lane? Oh, here I am. And then,
yeah, he knew where it was.
Interesting. Very, very good point. Kevin Martin took it into Biedrins, and Waters commits the foul. Now, Jim, is Martin effective, one, because of his skill level, but because he's an awkward player? A lot of angles and arms and elbows, and
he's just quick, and he's playing with a lot of confidence. He's got great skills. He's got ways to finish inside. He can shoot a jumper.
It's an unusual shot. Padres Giants Tomorrow at 7, Kruk and Kuip, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Kevin Martin got 6. What a selection, the 26th pick in 04 out of Western Carolina.
Just keeps getting better, doesn't he?
Well, I think
over 20 a game last year. Now he's at 23-6, Bob.
Pass inside to Harrington, reverses it up and out.
And Rodgers got squeezed underneath, so he couldn't get the rebound.
Martin looking for a seam. Salmon's time to set his feet, and he buries a 3.
So that's one of the keys. Find their shooters. Their 2 best shooters are Martin and Salmons.
Salmons 34% from beyond the arc. Francisco Garcia getting the playing time. Biedrins, deep position, and we've got a jump ball. Garcia came to help out Spencer Haas. And he put his hand on the ball.
Got pretty good deep position, but just got double teamed. And that was a good block. Just could not elude his defender. Maybe a pump fake would serve him there.
Why was Spencer Haas in the jump circle? It was Garcia who forced the jump ball. And Biedrins, ball kind of rolled up his hand.
I think he tried to curl it over the rim rather than use the board.
Garcia for 3.
He can shoot him from there.
Francisco Garcia, 38% from beyond the arc, and now 8 straight by Sacramento to tie things at 18. Move the ball against the zone. Jackson occupies the 2 defenders. Harrington's the open man. Buries the shot.
Monte set him up because he didn't deliver the ball right away. He made a move to look toward the basket just to freeze the 1 defender because they split that 1 defender on the zone on the elbow.
Warriors 2 of 4, 3-point shooting. Al's got 4 now. Clear an entire side for Martin. Biedrins is lurking to help. And Monte got caught up in the air. Ellis will pick up his first foul. What a game for Monte Ellis on Sunday. 35 points, the 10 rebounds. How many outlet passes did he steal in the backcourt? He was just doing everything.
He was extremely good early on. Then they kind of forgot about him. That's when they kind of started going one-on-one. But give credit to New Orleans. Chris Paul was superb in that second half.
So Kevin Martin pumping in a couple free throws. 4 of 4 from the line. Tempo's been good. The Warriors shooting 57%, but the Kings right with them at 54%. Baron down the lane around Mikey Moore. He does not want to get his 3rd foul. And so Baron Davis attacking the rim. Baron's got 9 points on 4 of 5 shooting. 3 layups and a made 3. Working on Garcia. Draw another foul.
That's what happens when you're one of the top scorers in the league. Goes left, makes the spin, comes into the middle, traveled, and then they say he got a bump.
When I heard the whistle, and all the players assumed it was a travel too, and ended up being a foul.
Bob, how about this? Don Nelson has a timeout. He's going to talk it over.
3:22 remaining in the first. Kevin Martin going wild as he's got 9 and Salmons has 7. But Monte Ellis excelling in the open floor and even in the half court. Monte can get to the rim. A couple Warrior girls in training sitting on the baseline. But that's normally the area for Matt Steinmetz. And Matt, Monte Ellis, a bigger role now with the Warriors as the season has progressed.
Well, the coaches would like that to happen. I was talking to a bunch of the guys on the coaching staff, and the bottom line right now with 5 games left is they don't think Monte Ellis can be too aggressive. In other words, with Jackson struggling with his shot a little bit, with Barron possibly wearing down, they welcome Monte Ellis taking a lot of shots, forcing the action, going to the hole. If he takes a bad shot or 2 along the way, so be it, because right now he's obviously the best guy at getting easy baskets, and anytime a team's struggling to score, that's what you're looking for.
What I like, though, is he has the 5 points, but he has 2 assists. Jackson has 2 assists. Barron has an assist. And when the ball's moving, 5 assists on 9 made buckets, Jim, that's when the Warriors are just better.
Well, certainly so, because they've got a lot of scores. But back to Monta Ellis. In the last 41 games, he's gone from 16.3 points a game to 20.1. You know, nearly 4 points a game in 41 games. That is very difficult to do. And by the way, the 12 games he's had 30 or more, 10 of them have come in those 41.
Kevin Martin's off to a roaring start. 10 in the first quarter. Barron 3, inside out, and the 3 is made. When we talk about the assists briefly, in the 3 meetings, the team with the most assists between the Kings and Warriors, they've won every game. Garcia calling his own number.
He doesn't usually pull up like that. He's usually a catch and shoot player. He's got good size. Getting better every year.
Yeah, he is.
Former number 1 for them.
The Biedrins, the catch, and Spencer Hawes bothering him, but fouling him in the process. I like the fact that the Warriors are looking inside. And Andres has warranted that with his play as of late. Biedrins line driving that free throw. He's been so successful from the line at that stretch where he made 15 straight. The last 9 games, yeah, that's right. Andres Biedrins shooting better than the team average. And, of course, we put up the broadcasting jinx, and he misses them both. The team needs to make the free throws, and Biedrins needs to make the Kings pay if he's fouled inside. Hawes well offline, and Andres an easy board. Monte right to the rim. The floater is good.
He's got a variety of ways to deliver.
Kevin Martin foot on the line. Harrington a chance to run it back, and here come the Warriors. Jackson a transition triple. That's his signature shot, and you can feel the crowd will that one in.
Bob, I said before the game in our Roundtable Live segment, he's got to get out into the open court rather than dribble it up himself, and that's what he did.
Garcia, very tough fade.
Steven Jackson, sorry, Bob, he was able to step into that shot, see? And nobody there to impede his progress.
Aaron Biedrins, what a catch, and Andres staying with it. 6 points, 5 rebounds for Biedrins. The life, it's just fun to watch him play.
His field goal percentage, league leading as it is, goes down on that one, but he does get an offensive rebound. That's good defense. They just gave ground.
Sheldon Williams acquired in the Atlanta trade for Mike Bibby out of Duke.
Al Harrington, though, had good defense, had position, but he's got to then take a stand and hold his ground there.
Harrington draws the foul, and Al's been active inside.
Now, a minute ago, great ball movement against a zone. To stop it here, watch John Salmons as this ball moves down to the corner and then in. He goes from the three-point line. He's got to cover Andres Biedrins. He goes down to double team, and all of a sudden, there's nobody to challenge Baron Davis.
It's so perfect in terms of inside out. Threaten the rim, then out to the wide open shooter, and you hit on it, Jim. The guy's ready to catch. He can step into a shot.
Yes.
I mean, the Warriors shoot a much higher percentage on those type of threes.
And John Salmons just got, because of the way Biedrins moved and the spacing there, it was terrific spacing that just sucked everybody in because everybody had to make an adjustment and they could not adjust to Baron.
And when Andres keeps diving down the lane, you have to honor him there as Garcia misses. Hawes with the rebound. Sheldon Williams took a big fall. He is behind the play. And Sacramento's going to use a foul. Williams is hurt.
That'll put them over the limit.
Aaron's going to shoot free throws regardless.
Well, he's going to have a little bubble on that elbow. Now Garcia goes in. He misses. Williams tries to follow up. And he just came down on the elbow. And that's one of those where, Bob, you get, well, as Hawes finishes that right elbow, you get what they call a little bursa sac in there. And a lot of blood accumulates, and that'll be sore for a while.
Gage to Candace Parker of Tennessee, who fairly occupied in the women's tournament.
Yeah, she's good.
I love Candace Parker
and Candace Wiggins.
Oh, I love Wiggins.
What a terrific player.
I like little Oliver from Maryland, too.
Yeah. Tennessee got the national title, so.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
So they beat Stanford.
Yes, they did. Pat Summitt's got 8 now.
Yep, 2 in a row.
Yeah, back to back.
I felt badly for LSU. They knocked out LSU 5 straight years for Coach Chancellor, going to the semifinal game and losing 5 years in a row.
What a beginning for Baron Davis, as he's got 14 points for the Warriors. Quincy Douby, another off the bench lightning scorer. Now he's shooting below 40% this year,
but he's capable.
He's capable. That's a good word.
If he gets going, he becomes more capable.
Jackson again. Long rebound. Monte, quickest man to the ball. Behind the back to Barron. Play of the night. That has them on their feet at Oracle. Monte Ellis, not only the offensive rebound and the assist. And Baron Davis has 16.
But how about his quickness to get to the ball? There was a bad reach from Jackson, and it results. Well, they missed it.
And out of bounds. Warriors unable to control. Sacramento will have the last shot with the ball. 8.4 left.
A lot of players, though, would not dare to come back, try that offensive rebound because you're the protector. And Monte came back, got the ball on the offensive rebound, and set up Barron. The difference between that is Karolinko wasn't in the way.
Well, the Warriors have not substituted the first 12 minutes. Nelson has stayed with the starters. Garcia missing there. Monte will get it, and that will do it for a wild first 12 minutes. The Warriors shoot 64%. They rack up 39. Get 16 from Baron Davis. Kevin Martin goes for 10. And when the Warriors lead after one, they have an amazing winning percentage, a 7-point advantage in a game they have to have through the first 12 minutes. Beginning the second quarter, Bob Fitzgerald, Jim Barnett, Matt Steinmetz with the Warriors leading by 7. Evans inside. Andres moving beautifully. Barron finding him, and the Warriors with 9 assists on their 15 made field goals.
Yes. They had 8 against San Antonio in the entire game, 10 against Dallas in Dallas earlier this week.
I mentioned San Antonio. Beno Udrih, who was traded to Minnesota from the Spurs and then waived inexplicably by the T-Wolves. He's been a nice find here.
Yes, he has.
Trade of Mike Bibby has allowed Udrih and Anthony Johnson to play much more.
This time of year, by the way, you forget what week or day it is. It was last week when they were there, wasn't it?
Harrington, a deep 2. And so it would be so nice to see Al's perimeter game come alive. He's got 9 to help out Barron's 16.
But Sacramento, despite the early turnovers, keeps scoring.
They've had a good perimeter shooting night, but Garcia missing there. Jackson, Monte Ellis, Baron Davis, Andres Biedrins, and Al Harrington. Ron Nelson has yet to sub. Jackson deflecting that after Garcia blocked it. It's still Warrior ball, and here comes the first substitution, and it's Brandon Wright coming off the bench.
Don calling for a little length. Had a lot of minutes, as you see.
Biedrins will sit with 8 points and 6 rebounds. Skip pass to Harrington, another 3. And Udrih with a rebound. No more back-to-backs for the Warriors, though. They will have a day off at least before every game they play the rest of the year. And 4 of them, including tonight, are at home. Udrih, nice pass, and that's goaltended.
As I said, Sacramento is not going to lay down here. They've got people that can score the basketball, and Reggie Theus is not going to let them lay off.
No, I think that's been the most impressive thing for the Kings this year. As Barron misses the 3, Brandon Wright a little over his head. Is that the Kings have played with high energy all season long, and Quincy Douby is a high energy player.
They're back in the game. I mean, we all know 5 points is nothing, especially this early in the game. But it's just they've given him a little life. Skip pass.
Jackson and Mikey Moore running at him, and he traveled.
I was just about to say, this is where you want to get rid of the ball because trouble is lurking.
Well, the Clippers and Denver are tied at 28. We will keep an eye on that game all night long. Nuggets coming to play the Warriors on Thursday. Remember, that's a 5 o'clock start. If you're coming to the game, 5 o'clock start on Thursday.
Would you call me about 2?
Yeah, I'm going to call you first.
Thank you.
Make sure you're here. Sheldon Williams wheeling and being batted around. Brandon Wright running. What a catch and finish. The length of Brandon Wright. I thought that pass was beyond him.
Well, it was difficult to handle. Because of his length, he had to go down below his knees to bring it up and still had the presence of mind to get it up.
Udrih.
He loves that area right in there from top of the circle on the free throw line.
28th pick out of Slovenia back in 04. Played 3 years with the Spurs. I tell you what, if you move tonight, you don't think Baron Davis is going to find you?
Everybody will.
And Baron's got the 5 assists to go with the 16 points. Harrington's in double figures with 10. The Warriors need to pick it up defensively. Warriors are guarding Sheldon Williams on the switch with Barron. Williams just realized it. Shot clock at 3. And he creates some space and lays it in.
Did he create space? Barron felt that.
Jackson will post up on Udrih. The double is lurking. And Stephen Jack will get himself to the line. And that'll take us to a stoppage. 8:23 remaining in the half. Warriors are shooting 62%, but they cannot shed the Kings, who are hanging right with them. And the ball moving at Oracle for the Warriors. 62% shooting. They have 12 assists on their 18 made buckets.
They came out tonight knowing what they had to do, and they know they're in a battle. Beautiful offensive rebound, followed by Monta Ellis, and gets it to Baron Davis. Nice look-in pass and the finish from Al Harrington. So they are sharing the ball. Find the open man. That was the theme of the Knicks.
I don't think the Warriors, and I hesitate to say, can play much better offensively. They've been wonderful. But defensively, you've already had 21 bench points scored by the Kings. You've had 10 from Kevin Martin as a starter, but Garcia's had 7. Doobie's had 6. Williams had 4. Udrih had 4. The Warriors have only the 2 bench points from Brandon Wright. You got to be careful here, Jim, because the Kings are hanging around.
This is what happens towards the end of the season when a team is 5 games under 500. They're not going anywhere. But you have a rookie coach in Reggie Theus who wants to make a statement, and he's telling everybody that we have equal opportunity here. So he's giving everyone a chance to play, and that is motivation.
Yeah, they responded.
They have responded because they know they're playing not only for right now, but for next year, because it's going to leave an impression on their head coach how they finish this season.
Stephen Jackson, just as soon forget about that road trip last week, shooting 25% on the trip. Knocking down a couple free throws. And Jackson tonight, 6 points, a couple of assists in 16 minutes. Quincy Doobie, Beno Udrih with Sheldon Williams, Mikey Moore, and Francisco Garcia. And Udrih bothered by Brandon Wright.
Did a heck of a job protecting the ball.
Barron to Monte stepping into the jumper. And Williams and Mikey Moore fought each other, and Davy Jones is going to say, I made a mistake, and it's Warrior ball.
Now, Brandon Wright didn't touch the ball, but his presence there made it difficult for Mikey Moore and Sheldon Williams to get it cleanly, so then they end up fighting over it, and they got a possession. Just a little effort. Didn't climb their back, didn't commit a foul, but gave them a possession.
Glenn Azubuike's first playing time as Jackson gets a rest. Barron sensing a seam, gets the bump, and he'll get to the line.
He heard that whistle. He's thinking pass out to the corner. Heard that whistle, and that's why he took the shot.
Now, Mikey Moore, who had a great game up in Sacramento, has really been bothered with foul trouble. He's picked up 3, has yet to score in the game. So Baron Davis, free throws 14 and 15 for the Warriors, who continually attack the rim. The KFC Colonel's Corner.
Includes a Warrior game ticket, a two-piece meal for just $25. And that is for Thursday, the biggest game of the year when the Nuggets come to town.
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. So KFC about 4:15 for you, and then right to the ball game. Warriors equaling their biggest lead right now at 9. Sheldon Williams is normally a defender rebounder, and Harrington has been just terrific picking the pockets of the bigger Kings. Barron directing traffic. Dribble against the two bigger men, and Udrih knifing in for the steal.
Yeah, Barron got a little greedy on the assist there.
And Garcia forgot to use the backboard, and fortunately Udrih was there to clean it up for Sacramento. They know Udrich's had nice minutes. 6 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, a steal. Zabuki went behind the back. Skip pass to Monte. Knifing in. Beautiful. Monte Ellis is passing it wonderfully tonight. 7 points and 5 assists for Monte.
He's vastly improved from the start of the season with his ball handling and ability to find people and make plays for them, not only for himself. That ball's overthrown, and that's a bad angle to try to find somebody.
But also, Brandon Wright, when he's around, seems to be bothering the Kings. His length, passes, rebounds, he's having an impact.
Well, you saw him against Jason Kidd. He thought he was going to throw it over his head, and he absolutely went up and swallowed it. So he's got length, and he's got quickness to get up and bother people that way. All the time in the world, and Zabuki
shot it over everything. Kalena's first shot.
Had a heck of a game against Memphis. Had 3 threes made. That'll be Warriors ball.
Williams went over the back and tapped it out of bounds.
Kalena played well, reasonably well on that road trip.
When you came in right off the bench, if your first shot was like a 22-footer, did that bother you? Did you try to get something early?
It bothered me a lot.
Okay, trying to get something inside, get fouled.
I never wanted a shot in the first 30 seconds to a minute and a half of the game. Never.
And inside, Harrington.
Even if you're wide open.
Salmons will push. Kevin Martin, he's just so quick, and if you reach or bump him at all, you're fouled. I mean, and it's tough to move your feet and get in front of him.
Well, another thing, he's right-handed, but he prefers to go left.
Timeout on the floor. 5:56 remaining in the first half. The Warrior lead at 9, and Monte getting everyone involved. Warriors' biggest lead is right now at 9 with 5:56 remaining in the half. And Matt Steinmetz, Sacramento got the Warriors in last year by beating the Clippers, and they knocked off Denver on Saturday night.
That's right, Bob. Last year was the final Sunday of the season, and the Kings went down to L.A. and beat the Clippers, and that set up the Warriors' run. Warriors might need to send him a thank you note again this year, because on Saturday they went into Denver, withstood a furious rally, and beat the Nuggets. And, of course, it just got better the following day because the Sonics knocked off the Nuggets, too. You want to talk about some gravy.
Well, and you need that. You're sitting there with 46 wins. You have 21 road wins. You've had a wonderful season. But no team in NBA history since they've gone to the 16-team format has ever missed the playoffs with 46 wins. And yet it's not done for the Warriors as they'll finish up with the game, 5 o'clock, Denver, but then Elton Brand, Shaq, and Nash and Kevin Durant to finish it off, Jim.
Well, there'll be less pressure on the Warriors depending on the outcome, and there could be more pressure if Denver plays in Utah and beats Utah in Utah. They've only lost 4 games at home all season long. So the Warriors are looking for Denver to lose that game. That's the big deciding factor.
And we're keeping an eye on Denver and the Clippers, just as they're keeping an eye on the Warriors and the Kings. Inside to Brandon Wright. And Brandon Wright, in 5 minutes off the bench, has 6 points and a rebound on 3 of 4 shooting, and is doing an awful nice Biedrins impersonation inside.
Well, he's got that length, and that little jump hook is going to become a little go-to finish for him. That's good help from Monte Ellis from the ring.
Salmon's recovering. Shot clock at 7. He will launch that in. Salmon's an intriguing player in that he was going to go to Toronto, he was going to go to Arizona, and he ended up coming to Sacramento. Azubuike drops in the three. The double-digit lead for the first time tonight. Not seen Michael Petras, but he is in uniform tonight. Salmon's driving, rimming that out. Harrington, nice rebound. And surveying things into Azubuike to put it up and in. Baron Davis, 18 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds. Kevin Martin rising, and he is fouled. Jim, how would you guard Kevin Martin?
That's very tough because he's got a good first step, and he knows how to use his first step and the dribble. So if you crowd him, he's going to go around you, and it's hard to recover on him because he's wiry, knows how to jump into you. You play him straight up, and I would prefer for him to take a jump shot and try to challenge it, but he's one of those gifted players where the offensive player has the advantage, and he would be a load, quite frankly.
Well, Martin, as most big-time scorers do, he's only 2 of 4 from the field, but he's 9 of 9 from the foul line.
Yeah, when you can't shade him one way or the other, he's going to get around you. By the way, here are the people ahead of him in the scoring race. LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah, I've heard of all of those guys, too.
Okay, so and then you throw him in. Who's the least known? Kevin Martin.
Yeah,
but he's pretty doggone good, isn't he?
Rozier checking in, and he'll get himself to the foul line.
And that's generally just as good as a basket because he shoots free throws extremely well.
Well, you use the well-known thing. If you see K. Martin in the league, half the people still say Kenyon. But eventually they're going to say Kevin.
Yeah.
Well, you want to go to the NBA Finals? Wrigley's Double Mint Gum, the official gum of the NBA, would love to help you. Grab a specially marked pack of Double Mint Gum or go to WrigleyHoops.com for more details and a free entry. Rozier knocking down the free throw. Austin at 92%. Not a lot of attempts for the best Warrior free thrower by percentage all season. He is now 24 of 26 from the line.
Azubuike with that made three, 8 of his last 15 attempts.
Oh, Kalena's answered the bell. I mean, he and Monte and Biedrins and Reggie Theus will stop it. So this is the Warriors' biggest lead. Barron with an 18.7 assist first half. But now Azubuike kicking in. Crozier off the bench. Saw Brandon Wright come in with 6 points, and the Warriors still shooting 59%. Marines.com are leaders of the game. The most threes in a season for any Warrior. It's Barron this year. He's not done yet.
That's a huge number.
Crozier fouling Kevin Martin. Well, think about Barron's numbers, the three. He's going to get over 500 attempted easily. Is that 1 out of every 3 field goal attempts he takes is a three. Defensive 3-second technical on the Warriors as Barron was lurking in the lane. Kevin Martin, 9 of 10 from the line to make it 10 of 11. I still wouldn't teach anyone to shoot the way he does.
No,
Get that side saddle delivery.
I toyed with this as a key possibility. Keep them off the free throw line. They're the 3rd best free throw shooting team in the league, and mainly Kevin Martin because he shoots about 10 a game. And look what he's done in the first half, and now 2 more free throws because free throws can keep you in the game. And that's right now what's bringing the Kings back to this. They would love for this to continue in the second half, and Reggie Theus will preach that theme. Try to slow it down a little bit, guys, because the Warriors have been pushing that up tempo. Make them play half court, and let's get to the free throw line more often, and we're going to have a chance.
I think that's well said because part of Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix, they don't like to foul because they never want to stop the game. It's a rhythm thing. When the Warriors get in that frenetic rhythm pace, these free throws, it disjoints the game and slows it down. So Spencer Hawes knocking out a couple free throws. He's the first member of the Kings to take a free throw not named Kevin Martin. Kmart 10 of 11. Barron, tough fadeaway. Crozier batting it to open space, but Martin has it. Garcia has an easy one and another foul. And now a technical on Barron. You want to talk about free throws. Defensive technical, foul on Spencer Hawes, and one for Garcia. Well, technical foul on Barron.
What I want to know is, how do you make a pass to a man under the basket after you retrieve the ball and make a 360 spin and a couple of dribbles, and he's still going to be open? There's time enough to get back.
Kobe Bryant leads the NBA in technical fouls, but Baron Davis is second.
But you should be able to recover in that amount of time it took Kevin Martin to deliver the ball.
Garcia breaking the free throw, but that 13-point lead
evaporated.
Gone. And without any clock really being run because of the fouls. And Barron down the lane. Crozier tipping it in. Great play off to Crozier. Never assumed that layup was going to be made.
Saw Barron do that in New Orleans. Dribble around behind his back. Right in the thick of traffic.
Another foul. Steven Jackson will pick up the personal.
How about this? Around your man, behind the back, in traffic. Doesn't get the roll, but a good follow-up. But not many people able to do that.
Okay, Ed Malloy's on a roll now, because now Don Nelson has a technical foul. And you've got the same official being incredibly active right now and not making too many people happy. And technical free throw is missed. So Nelly a tee, Barron a tee, a defensive 3-second technical. Garcia drawing 2 fouls, Hawes drawing the foul, and Martin drawing the foul. That is not very demonstrative.
Well, you're exactly right. And I think he called it primarily because Don was out to half court, way past the coach's little hash mark. And I think he was already going to give it to him no matter what. Maybe warn him and say go back, but if he said anything at all, it was going to be a tee. Well, it's a 7-point game, and the Kings have 57 points in this first half. Yes, the Warriors have scored, but can they stop the Kings?
Monte saved a turnover, an 8-2 Sacramento run. Barron, and he's saying, okay, we're going to have whistles blowing. I'm going to make sure I get my fair share. And he'll go to the line. That's kind of a veteran thing there, saying, all right, I'm going to keep attacking the rim. I think this is when Barron is at his best. Is just that mindset, like a fullback going for the goal line, just to constantly keep going to the iron. Spencer Hawes will pick up his 3rd foul.
Early he was driving and looking to dish, and now he's driving. They got him mad a little bit. He's looking to finish.
Well, Barron just having a wonderful first half. 19 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, 6 of 10 shooting. You want to talk game face, you get a good look at how serious the Warrior captain is right now. So who seizes the momentum here in the final 2:45? Sacramento's been pesky. They've hung around. The Warriors have been unable to shed them. Sheldon Williams missing. Barron getting it out to Monte, and then Ellis is fouled. So Anthony Johnson will get the personal.
There was nothing Anthony could do on that. If he doesn't foul him, the foot race will be lost to Monte, his opponent.
C.J. Watson will check in. Glenn Azubuike will sit down with 5 points. Azubuike has 3 fouls, so Nelly doesn't want him to grab a 4th. Monte Ellis, 7 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 of 4 shooting. Just a terrific floor game for Monte tonight.
And I'm sure they wouldn't mind if he got more shots. And the majority of those free throws for the Warriors coming in that first quarter and on, but the Kings have really piled up the number in the last 3 minutes. Now Monte, 26 shot attempts in New Orleans. He had 26 a few games before that. They don't mind him shooting because He converts.
Both teams doing a great job at the line. Warriors 17 of 21. Kings 15 of 18. Both better than 80%. Salmon's finding a seam and right to the rim. John Salmons with 11, joining Martin and Garcia in double figures for Sacramento. Rozier thought about the three. Barron dropping inside to Monte Ellis. How pretty is that? The delivery and the finish.
Barron should help out here a little bit.
Martin steps in.
How do you stop that?
You don't.
And as soon as Barron started to leak over, that's when he went up.
Evan Martin was 17 in the first half.
Not only quick moves, but quick decisions.
Monte has now given the Warriors their highest scoring half of the season. They've done 72 3 times, tonight being the third, and they're not done yet. Rozier blocking that shot.
Former teammates in Indiana.
And Rozier coming away with it. A 4-on-1. C.J. Watson to the rim to lay it up and in.
How about Rozier leading the break, looking like he's going to go to the right to Jackson. And he becomes a point guard at 6'10". Pretty good ball handling.
Highest scoring half of the season for the Warriors. The score will reverberate a little bit down in Staples for Denver and the Clippers.
He's got another half to play.
And Williams is fouled.
Well, Williams knocked over Baron Davis before. Now Monte Ellis takes the brunt of that. How about this last fast break though? Crozier comes out. Now he's got Steven Jackson. He said, nope, I'm going to take it myself and let my man finish. Baron on the drive. Monte Ellis on the reverse.
That's really pretty.
Play before.
Baron 20 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds in a half. And he will sit as Sheldon Williams drops that in. And Michael Petrus gets a little bit of playing time. The Warriors have desperately missed him, as Petrus was so good the prior 10 before he was injured, rebounding the ball. His shot had come along. They'd gotten through all the funk with the trading deadline passing. Rozier missing the wing jumper, but that was the easy 2-for-1. Anthony Johnson pocket pick by C.J. Watson. Monte on Sheldon Williams, putting it up and in, and drawing the foul. Monte Ellis. You can see Williams measuring him, saying, I'm going to foul him, I'm going to lay him out, and then, oh wait, how did he score that? And he still took the contact.
Because he took his foot off the accelerator just momentarily and let him go by. Right when he goes up there, he goes back and puts his legs forward, the body comes back, and he's able to find daylight. And he sacrifices his body. He doesn't care how he lands. He wants to make sure he finishes the shot.
Only missed one shot tonight. Monte with 15. Make it 16.
Well, just about 2 minutes ago, you said he had 7.
Right.
And I said, well, they wouldn't mind him shooting more.
No, and I was complimenting his 5 assists and 4 rebounds. But then he said, I got to have the 16 points in the half. And Reggie Theus will use a timeout. Warriors' biggest lead is right now a 22nd timeout. So Thursday, 5 o'clock, Denver TNT. We will be with you Saturday night when the Clippers, with Elton Brand back, come to Oracle. We'll have it for you at 7:30 right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Corey Maggette, Elton Brand, and a Clipper team. Pretty good young rookie, too. Checking out Al Thornton. And the Clippers playing Denver right now, and the Nuggets doing what they need to do after losing to the Kings and losing to the Sonics.
Yeah, and the Clippers, it's just been a lost year for him.
Now, Matt Barnes, and remember a year ago, he went with the Frohawk. Okay. Not the Mohawk, but the Frohawk, and trying to recreate some We Believe memories. Remember, Barnes has the tattoo on his neck that says Believe. You almost get a look at it right there. The third Warrior captain.
Warriors in their zone.
Couple-second differential, winding down the half.
Martin knows exactly how much time is left.
Garcia at 2, at 1. He beat the shot clock and hit a 3. Monte, a runner of his own off back iron, and that will end the half. So the lead got as high as 14. The highest scoring first half of the season for the Warriors. They get 77, an 11-point lead, and Barron with 20, Monte with 16 as we hit the break. To start the second half, moments ago, Matt Steinmetz caught up with the Warrior assistant, Larry Riley.
All right, Coach, you're up 11. You would seem to have the pace like you want. What's the point of emphasis in the second half?
We've got to do something about our defense. We started the game with good defensive intensity, but just individual coverage on Garcia and Salmons are really important to us. Now, obviously, you know, they're going to score some points, but if we could work on those two guys, that's going to be a big issue for us the second half.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
Right on cue, Al Harrington beginning the second half with a lefty layup, but Larry Riley hit on it, Jim, what you were talking about, Salmons and Martin. I mean, that's
right.
They're the guys, and then be aware of Garcia, too.
Garcia, yeah. Garcia off the bench.
Kings score 102 a game. They're perfectly capable offensively. Salmons then deflected, got it back, and put it in.
He let loose of the ball, otherwise it would have been jump. Had some very quick hands, quick thinking, and he stayed with the play.
So Barron, Monte, Al Harrington. Biedrins, Steven Jackson for the Warriors. Harrington, same play.
Same play.
And Biedrins followed in the miss. You know, whether it be Monte, Biedrins, Brandon Wright, Crozier, the Warriors are not anticipating layups being made. They are there to follow these at the rim tonight.
There haven't been a lot of rebounds because both teams are shooting the lights out.
Kevin Martin, unbelievable. You look up, and Martin, you see him at 4 of 6, but then he's got 19.
I was going to say, they did a pretty good job on him, except he got to the line 13 times in that first half.
That ball kicked. Shot clock will stay at 14. Mikey Moore with Spencer Hawes. John Salmons, Kevin Martin, and Anthony Johnson. No Brad Miller, no Ron Artest, but it's the same group that beat Denver in Denver Saturday night. Martin had 36 in that game. Harrington again. Al Harrington is giving it to the Warriors tonight. 15 points on 5 of 10 shooting. And it's just what Don Nelson needs from Al. Mikey Moore worked on that shot, finished second to Biedrins a year ago in field goal percentage. Only his first shot of the night because he's had the 3 fouls. Monte wheeling, floating. Biedrins battling, tipping, and Salmons comes up with it.
They've got Johnson down here.
That's just too easy. And that's the thing for the Warriors. They get casual here.
This is a scary time. You know, you got 5 games left. This is the first of them, and the Kings just keep pouring it on. You just hope you just continue to score yourself.
Yeah, the Kings are shooting 55%. Biedrins regains. Mikey Moore bothered him. Harrington's there. And Mikey Moore sends him away.
Got a trailer coming.
Johnson wants the rookie to set a screen on Barron.
They just set him up for a pick and pop.
Al's missing there. Harrington with a rebound. Al's been active tonight. 5 boards, 2 assists with the 15 points.
Yeah, Johnson went away for that screen on purpose.
Monte and Kevin Martin, that's a fun matchup, but that jumper ricocheting out. So now the Warriors at 55%, the Kings at 54% shooting. Jackson deflected that pass, but Biedrins held on to Hawes and fouled him. Jack, another quiet game offensively, only 6 points, 1 of 4 shooting. Jackson averages 21 a game, and they need him to really be himself. offensively.
There's a foul there. And Martin's going to get 2 more free throws. And he was fouled. There's no question.
Kevin Martin, second and most improved behind Monte last year. Drafted 26 in 04 out of Western Carolina, and 2.9 points his first year, then up to 11, then up to 20. And right now, at 23.7, as Jim mentioned, 6th best in the NBA.
Misses another one, though, from the line, which is uncharacteristic.
Well, he's getting tired. 15 free throws, he's wearing out.
He shot 24 ones this year, made 22 of them. How about that? 24 attempts, his career high this year in free throws.
Monte was fouled on that drive. Here's the improvement of Kevin Martin after the 2.9, which is not shown his first year. Mikey Moore picking up his 4th foul.
It's a nice progression from Martin. Pretty remarkable, as a matter of fact.
Shot clock down to 5. That zone bothering Barron. Missing there. Biedrins tipping a new possession.
That's what I talked about earlier. That he gives you more possessions with those offensive rebounds without fouling and going over the back.
Jackson all day to set it up and drops it in. And who's the man looking for Jackson? It's Monte Ellis with assist number 7.
And Andris Biedrins was super, setting a little partial screen. But dribble drive challenge, bring them in. A little bounce pass out.
Spencer Hawes, nice little step around. Spencer Hawes has some skills. It's a nice pick with the 10th selection. We already have Brad Miller, but Hawes can play a little bit. He's got 8 points and 3 boards tonight. Had a foot injury earlier in the year. Harrington a little show and go, flipping it up and in. Al not living at the 3-point line. A beautiful drive there, and Harrington 7 in the 3rd. We've seen Al Harrington score points in bunches. Denver beating up on L.A. The Warriors need to win tonight and hold serve as Salmons buries a 3. So Salmons was 16.
Well, the Warriors know they've got to keep scoring. That's for sure.
Monte couldn't get the English off glass. Here comes Martin 100 miles an hour. Dangerous on the open floor. And
he's not going to back down from anyone. He's going to take that all the way. Monte Ellis, a little penetration. Steven Jackson. But watch Andris Biedrins down here as he comes up to set a screen. So they can't get to Jackson. That's just not, you know what? That's not scripted. That's just him reacting.
And if he doesn't set that, Hawes is 7 feet tall. It makes that a much more bothersome shot for Jackson.
Without question. And that's just basketball intuitiveness.
Martin, this is free throw number 17 for Kevin Martin. 14 of 17 free throwing. I'm thinking as he's scoring here of the Hall and Frame enshrinee Adrian Dantley.
Yes.
Or AD would have 5 or 6 field goal attempts and a gazillion free throws. Barron with the rebound and the putback.
Probably the toughest part of that was going to retrieve the ball initially.
Baron Davis with 22. Biedrins the steal. Warriors have had rare opportunities to run here in the second half. Jackson. Step back on Salmons, rimming that out. Biedrins again. Harrington for 3 and shot it long. See that kind of fly out of Al's hands. Mikey Moore and Barron took it away, and then Moore fouls him. Mikey Moore thought he was home free, picks up foul number 5, and Baron Davis like a cat burglar inside.
Beautiful pass from Udrih, but Barron just knocked it away. Great anticipation, great hands. Did he step out of bounds? He was doing a little tightrope walk there.
Sheldon Williams had 6 points and 3 boards. Mikey Moore just kind of a lost evening. 21 minutes, but the 5 fouls. Warrior lead was 11 at halftime. Pushed it as high as 14, but the Kings have been good here in the third. Jackson is fouled.
A couple possessions ago, Biedrins, they were trying a little lock and lob, but Mikey Moore came over, didn't get there in time because Barron had Udrih locked up.
Same setup now. They post up Barron. Wheels and illegal defense. You may have heard Dolby 5.1, Don Nelson yelling illegal. And Joe DeRosa and Ed Malloy agreed. So technical free throw after the mandatory timeout. 5:57 remaining in the third. Warriors 4 starters in double figures. Steven Jackson coming to life with a 3. Be more productive. I don't know if you could do that offensively the way these teams are scoring midway through the third. Season tickets available for next year, and you guarantee a seat to see the Warriors in the playoffs, placing a deposit towards season tickets. Another sellout crowd, standing room only tonight, 20,003. That's 29th sellout of the year. A Mercedes-Benz game summary, and the field goal percentage shooting both ways is remarkable, but the Warriors are moving the ball better.
There's not a lot of defense being played either end, quite frankly. The offense is that good, and both teams are clicking tonight at the offensive end.
So the defensive 3-second technical free throw. Jackson misses that off back iron. Jackson, the only Warrior starter not in double figures. He's got 9. 17 from Harrington, 10 and 9 from Biedrins, 16.7 assists Monte, and 22 and 8 from Baron Davis. All to offset Kevin Martin's 22. The alley-oop. Biedrins crushing it off the Jackson dish.
Set up so well. Don Nelson does that very, very well after a timeout.
His out-of-bounds plays are terrific. And Jackson stealing from Udrih. Jackson running with Harrington, dropping it off. Touch pass back.
There's your trust. There's your ball movement. There's your finding the open man and run perfectly. And
Kevin Martin silences the crowd again with a 3.
He's going to be, I don't know whether it's going to be second team or third team, but he's going to be an all-NBA performer this year.
Who is he, Alex English or something? Scoring for Martin is incredible. 25 points in 26 minutes. Jackson knocked away and out of bounds. It will be Sacramento ball. Barron resting right now. Jackson Azubuike, Monte Ellis, Allen Biedrins. Warriors 7 turnovers. Sacramento's committed 12. Don Nelson trying to get a blow for his star. Biedrins and Hollis give it up. Garcia, if he makes that. And Harrington wisely starts the break, tapping it forward. Jackson for 3.
Prefer to wait for someone to come there a little bit because you might get someone going to the hoop.
Kevin Martin missing. Azubuike comes up with the rebound. They push ahead to Al.
Right back to him.
And instead to Monte, and the Warriors have had 2 good open floor opportunities and came up empty both times.
Yeah, and that's a great opportunity. You're the man that passes ahead. You keep cutting Azubuike, and you give it right back to him. Just a little shovel pass rather than try a little lob. That's a little more dangerous. Crowding him.
Biedrins fouling Spencer Hawes.
Speaking of Andris Biedrins, sets a screen here, and the man turns his head, loses sight, and watch the quickness. Hawes can't react, and Andris Biedrins at the rim. He got him looking at the ball. As soon as he looked at the ball, he went right behind him.
And for the passer, where's he trying to throw this? Just right over the cylinder?
Oh, yeah, right in front.
In front
of the ball, yeah.
Kevin Martin. Beautiful spin and drive.
Yeah, and he's just talking trash with body language.
Kevin Martin.
I don't blame him.
With 27-10 here in the third.
You know, Chris Paul threw a lob to Tyson Chandler the other day, and it went in the basket. It became a shot.
And Jackson putting it in, drawing the foul. And it went in and rattled in.
Yeah, he's throwing a lob, and it went in. And speaking of going in, this is a much-needed basket just to keep them at bay here. Who's going to make the defensive stops first? Because the Warriors have been, keeping and posting an 8, 9, 10-point lead all the time, just back and forth. They can't lose the Kings, but the Kings aren't really able to catch up. Something's got to give somewhere.
Well, what's scary is just what you're saying, Jim. Warriors missed 4 or 5 shots in a row. Next thing you know, Udrih and Francisco Garcia, Quincy Douby, Hawes, and Sheldon Williams. Kevin Martin off the floor right now.
But they still have shooters out there in Udrih, Francisco Garcia, and Douby.
Biedrins staying with Hawes, got it up with the left hand, and Harrington, what a rebound. They took it from Sheldon Williams. Jackson to the rim, and he will be fouled again. Jackson eschewing the deep threes and getting to the iron on consecutive possessions.
Back and forth, and nobody came. A little fake pass. And again, Garcia, everyone's so afraid of fouls now and how they're going to call it. They just keep giving ground. He was between Jackson and the basket the entire time. So sooner or later, a good defender
got to make a stand.
Make a stand and stop. But they're not doing it.
Kings 20 of 24 from the line. Warriors 21 of 26. So Stephen Jackson, nice third quarter, 10 of his 16 here in the third. Garcia alone for 3. And Biedrins the rebound.
They're lucky on that one.
And there's another double-double, 12 points and 10 boards. Monte getting it right back and just couldn't finish it over the iron.
He was concerned about the one defender, and it lost his focus momentarily.
Douby missing. C.J. Watson and Douby fighting for the ball. Francisco Garcia to Hawes. Sacramento coming up with a hustle play.
Well, they could have gone up by 15. Instead, it's back to 11. But they got 100 points right now already.
I'd say running things with Barron sitting. Harrington's had a good third quarter. Ellis, a little floater. Harrington tipped it in, but offensive basket interference. They're going to rule he touched it in the cylinder. .208 remaining in the third. Kevin Martin's 27, keeping Sacramento in it. Warrior lead at 11 with 2:08 remaining in the third. And Matt Steinmetz, you got an answer for Kevin Martin?
Well, I can tell you what the Warriors thought about doing. You heard Larry Riley talking about pressure on the ball. Believe it or not, that had a lot to do with Kevin Martin. And I'll tell you why. Because he likes to come off screens to get most of his points. Now, he hasn't really gotten most of them off screens tonight. But the reason the Warriors wanted to pressure the ball is because he is so good at coming off screens that the only way to really stop him is to get pressure on the ball, to disrupt the timing of those plays a little bit so that he's not catching the ball 18, 20 feet from the basket with a defender running at him. They try to, not so much deny him, Jim, but if you're pressuring the ball, you make that pass much more difficult.
Yeah, and it makes it a little more congested, by the way. And when you do that, you're able to fight through the screen a little better, especially if it's a dribble drive handoff or someone with the ball waiting for him to come off and take that handoff. But you've got to get also weak side help because sometimes you overplay a little bit and he'll go backdoor on you.
He's getting him in a lot of ways tonight, too.
Well, you know what? Offense always has the advantage.
Now, Don Nelson putting Baron Davis back into the ball game. And
this might be the easiest one you get of all night.
Jackson will just cruise on in and lay it in. So 12 points in the third for Stephen Jackson and 10 from Al Harrington.
Well, that was a gift. Udrih just gift wrapped that one. A drop back pass and went the wrong way.
The Warriors plus 10 in the category they've dominated most of the year. Points off turnovers.
You can see
putting that in.
Udrih is better shooting the ball than making the plays.
Well, San Antonio had a choice, Jacques Vaughn or Beno Udrih, to back up Tony Parker. And they sent Udrih to Minnesota, and Minnesota waived him. Sacramento got him for nothing.
He's more of a scorer. In fact, less than a 2-to-1 assist-turnover ratio.
Barron will get himself to the line. So for the Warriors, if you miss any of this game, you want to watch it again, Comcast On Demand, hour or two after the ball game. Free service, courtesy of Comcast. Warriors in good shape here. Denver beating up on the Clippers. Setting up a Titanic matchup Thursday at Oracle, 5 o'clock, Nuggets and Warriors. Udrih, nice skip past Garcia driving. Biedrins fouling, and Garcia still able to finish. And you said something earlier, Francisco Garcia, he just gets better and better. Is that this is a player came into the league, 23rd pick in 05 out of Louisville. Average only 6 points a game. Shooting percentage only at 40%. Wasn't making threes, only 28%. Right. And then now, incrementally, you see Garcia 46 from the field, 38% on threes, scoring 12 points a game, and really just he's gotten better and better.
He's gotten more confidence. Was not a great ball handle coming in. You can crowd him a little bit, but he's learning how to do that better. Here's their zone again, and CJ has a good look.
CJ Watson curling that off iron. Final 45 ticks of the third.
Could have been up to 15-17 instead of 9. And
Reggie Theus is loving this because the last couple minutes he's been resting Kevin Martin. Sacramento has kept it in single digits.
Not quite enough time to trade 2 for 1. But they're going to try it.
Barron 3. Out of bounds. 2. Sacramento.
And it's going to work against them. They would have been better served there to hold on to the ball, massage it a little bit, and try to get a good one. But just didn't have quite enough time. You don't mind that if that comes with 34 seconds to go. You know, it's a wasted shot. You know, it's free anyway. But this time it wasn't.
So for Sacramento, Kevin Martin sits, and they cut into the lead.
High pick and roll.
Udrih at 5. Leaner. Beno Udrih.
Tough shot. But he earned it.
Udrih with 10 off the bench. Final second of the third from midcourt. It's online, but a little high. So the Warriors up 11 at the half. Will take only a 7-point lead into the fourth quarter. And Kevin Martin got to rest the last 4 minutes of that quarter. And Beno Udrih helped the Kings cut into the deficit. Warriors have to have it. 12 more minutes of work, leading by 7. At Oracle, beginning the fourth quarter, Bob Fitzgerald, Jim Barnett, Matt Steinmetz, and the Kings outscoring the Warriors by 4 in the quarter, and it was the final 3.5 minutes, a 9-5 run with Kevin Martin resting by Sacramento. Biedrins knocking that ball out of bounds, and those 9 points, it was Hawes, Udrih, and Garcia, so the role players for the Kings.
Well, the Warriors have had big quarters, 39-38. 77 points that first half, but then they go under 30. The Kings have been very consistent, 32, 34, 30.
Michael Petrus and Biedrins, C.J. Watson with Baron Davis and Crozier to begin the fourth. Spencer Hawes, Sheldon Williams, Francisco Garcia, Udrih, and Quincy Doobie for Sacramento. Shot clock down to 4. Garcia finding Hawes at 1, and he travels.
Just slid that pivot for a little bit. Sometimes you don't know that, but that's what he did.
Warriors need to begin this quarter with some energy, and Baron Davis will draw the foul. Getting into the bonus would be a good idea additionally.
Udrih had pretty good position there. And Baron just created that contact.
Baron had 20 in the first half, only 3 in the third. The road viewer party. And the Warriors take on the Suns at the Oakland Airport Hilton. Go to Warriors.com. Check out the road viewer party on Monday. Those games, Warriors-Suns over the past couple of years, been as fun a basketball as you're going to see. And now with Shaq, it's a little different wrinkle.
Yeah, that's pretty creative, though, to watch it that way.
Garcia nearly lost it. Sheldon Williams to shoot jumpers, and Biedrins sent him away. And C.J. Watson and Crozier the quick hands. Crozier down the lane to Watson, and Crozier laying it up and in. What a delivery from Crozier to Watson.
He likes doing that tonight.
Sheldon Williams right back.
Warriors want to up-tempo, but they have to remember to retreat in the backcourt and protect that basket on their breaks.
Petrus driving, and Michael will get himself to the line, and you to see a decisive move by Michael Petrus.
Yeah, went strongly to the basket. Hamstring looks pretty strong there.
Petrus.
That would test it, coming down like that.
In the Houston game, hamstring and groin combo injury, and missed 9 games as a result. He was playing his best basketball of the year. And drops in the free throw. Warrior practice yesterday, did a little 3-on-3 at the end. I was at the facility, and I said, well, how did Petrus look? They said nobody could guard him. And in 3-on-3, he was really a live wire, so thinking he was going to play tonight, I was like, oh, good, that was a good sign. And I think it comes at a great time for the Warriors. Petrus 1 out of 2 free throwing. And does Reggie Theus bring Kevin Martin back in the game? See a lot of contact and a blocking foul.
Joe DeRosa making the call, and David Jones looking at it, make sure they're on the same page. And that's a pretty good call. Got there a little bit late, and they're making all the calls in that situation tonight, blocking fouls anyway, so it's been consistent.
What I liked about that is, was Austin set as Garcia began his shooting motion? And that's the rule. He wasn't. No. And so it should be a block. Now, and the officials done a much better job this year as a point of emphasis in that it's just better basketball. Stop the diving in front of being a bowling pin and getting knocked down. Block shots and play defense again.
They let him play last night. Kansas and Memphis, they let him play.
Petrus. Corner 3 is short. Crozier with the offensive rebound.
You got 2 big guys there with Biedrins and Austin Crozier.
Barron looked inside for a second. Now the shot clock at 14. Crozier sets the screen. Drop into Biedrins. A little crab dribble, and Sheldon Williams will just grab him.
How about a hog tie? This ball was thrown very low from Barron, and Biedrins goes down just above his knees to get that. His hands are just marvelous for someone his size, and his reaction to it. He's shooting those free throws flat, Bob. They're not getting up any further than they were, but they're on target each time now.
Well, somewhere George Gervin is proud. When you think of the flat trajectory. I always wondered how Gervin made those jumpers. And Biedrins, another double-double for Andres.
Yeah, when it's flat like that, there's not a lot of margin for error. Gervin shot like that. Cassie Russell shot like that. Very low trajectory.
Warriors, they've gotten 3 fouls on Sacramento in the first 2 minutes of the fourth, though. They keep doing that to get into the bonus, and Petrus fouling Garcia.
Little double clutch here. He stayed with the play. Garcia is having an outstanding night. And he's showing me something he didn't really show in the couple of years past. A stop and pop jump shot. Off the dribble. A little hesitation there. Gets fouled, stays with it. Very, very, very good. Smooth.
So here is Kevin Martin entering the game.
So they've got 3 shooters in there. Beno Udrih, Kevin Martin, and Garcia.
Very nervous time for the Warriors here. You have the Kings shooting 54%. They played very well when Martin was resting, and he's been unstoppable tonight. C.J. Watson from deep. Long rebound right back to CJ. Petrus, a corner three. Barely ticked iron. Watson's inside to lay it in.
Good things happen when you hang around that area.
C.J. Watson, 2 offensive rebounds. He's got 6 points.
Monta Ellis hangs in that area and gets a lot of putbacks.
Udrih turning the corner. And Petrus blocking Sheldon Williams from behind.
Well, it took Sheldon Williams so long to get the ball up, he could have had a 3-second violation. He went down, wound up, brings the ball way down, gives you plenty of time, and Petrus recovered.
Petrus saved the dunk. Kevin Martin missing. Barron pushing. Barron on Udrih. Barron to the rim. Mikey Moore stopped it, but Barron the offensive rebound. Crozier driving. Petrus a good look from deep. Good!
It's good that they went to him again. He's missed a couple in the last couple of minutes. Now he's 1 of 3 from that range, but it gets him back into the flow of it. Good confidence building.
20,003. A standing room only crowd rising at Oracle. Michael Petrus missing the last 9, doing it defensively. And then on the offensive end, Air France with a triple. For the ball game. Harrington with a lefty spike over King James. Spins top of the key, backs up, shoots a 3. Got it! With the Warriors up 12 with 8:53 remaining in the ball game. Bob Fitzgerald, Jim Barnett, Matt Steinmetz, and Michael Petrus playing well, and Monta Ellis, our Honda, great drive. And that was against the zone in a half court. Monte's been able to get a little rest here. With C.J. Watson and Petrus and Crozier and some of the depth playing well for the Warriors.
You need bench production. And it's nice to see Petrus back in the lineup. And the youth movement, yeah.
They've been great. Season winding down, they got the freshest legs. Mikey Moore, Udrih, Sheldon Williams, Kevin Martin, Garcia. Francisco Garcia missing there, and Udrih sending Barron on his way. Barron on Udrih, dropping to C.J. Watson, putting it up and out, but getting himself to the line.
CJ's a clever scorer. Not only from the outside, but he missed his shot, but he knew what he had to do. First of all, Barron sets him up, brings Garcia over. Watch him just spin on the ball. He had a little too much spin, but he knew he couldn't get to the angle that he wanted, so he just put a little English on it.
And Mikey Moore is fouled out of the ball game. Spencer Hawes back in. Mikey Moore, 24 points and 6 fouls and only, or 24 minutes, excuse me, and 2 points.
But he's capable of it. The game he had before in Sacramento was much larger, and foul trouble kept him from being offensively productive tonight.
C.J. Watson splitting the free throws, but Watson 7 off the bench, Petrus 4, Crozier 4, Azubuike 5, Brandon Wright 6.
And all 5 starters in double figures.
The Indians will pick up the foul.
Petrus has 14 as one of the starters, and that's the fewest number of points among the starters.
Third Warrior team foul. They've drawn 4 on Sacramento. It'd be great to get into the bonus with a lot of time left in the ball game. C.J. Watson,
I don't think
good job on Kevin Martin.
See, Sammons couldn't dribble again. He lost control of the ball, then he had a little controlled dribble. He didn't want to do it, but then they had nothing else.
But since Martin has come back into the ball game, he's been limited to 1 shot attempt. And C.J. Watson's the one trailing and harassing him. Denver has been dominating the Clippers really all night. Inside, Garcia the quick hands. He comes up with the steal. Throw ahead Kevin Martin in the open floor. And Michael Petrus spikes Kicking it out of bounds. That's a standing O for a blocked shot.
Well, he blocked this one down. I mean down. Martin thought he was going to have a little more hang time, but Petras climbed that imaginary rope.
Now, we're not medical doctors, but we play them on TV. I'd say you get a pretty healthy hamstring with that type of elevation. Biedrins missing. Biedrins another rebound.
I'll enlighten you about hamstrings. You can jump, you can run backwards, you can go sideways, but you cannot run forward.
Aaron missing. Biedrins a new possession. Cycle it to Barron in the corner. Plenty of time now with the shot clock at 17, and just get careless and turn it over. Ron Artest playing cheerleader.
Still a lot of time left.
Yeah, just not a comfortable feeling.
You don't want to get too cute.
Salmon's driving. He is fouled. Crozier will pick up the personal. Austin Crozier with his fourth foul. Crowd's having fun with Artest. That's what the fan reaction is. Ron Artest, former teammate Steven Jackson going to check in. Salmons rattling in the free throw. Jackson having a little fun as he comes into the ball game, and Artest is being shown on the video board. That's what the Warrior players are looking at. A lot of them are saying, well, that's just Ron. He is more than an interesting character. Salmons with 18, netting both free throws. Back to single digits. Well, the Warriors keeping it now. 11-point lead. Biedrins missing. Petras again!
Now that would have tested the hamstring. Streaking in from the elbow and then exploding up.
Oh, Petras has just given this building life. Salmons. Ron Salmons and Garcia are putting on a display. 42 between them. Kevin Martin has been shackled in the fourth quarter. That one deflected again, but Barron will track it down. Clock at 7. Now Garcia putting it up and out. Biedrins is there. 16 and 16 for Andris Biedrins tonight. Petras handing the cookie jar. Reaching on Garcia.
So now the Kings are in the bonus.
5:54 left. 13-point lead with free throws coming. Welcome back, Michael Petras, as the crowd roaring. Air France with a rebound delivery. A game the Warriors have to have, leading by 13, 5:54 left, and Matt Steinmetz, welcome back, Michael Petras.
Yeah, you know, before Michael went down with the hamstring injury, he was the Warriors' most consistent player off the bench. He was playing the best of any of the subs. And now since he's out, Kelenna Azubuike had kind of stepped up, but they haven't really had that consistency. And Don Nelson was talking about getting Petras back before the game. And he said not having Petras really puts him in a bind because he doesn't have as many options. And I thought when Petras came back, he might have trouble getting some playing time because Azubuike is going to get the first crack at it. And I also said before the game, Jim, I was worried he might not play with reckless abandon. That was a great prediction by me.
Well, he didn't do it right away. He kind of eased into it. What's interesting is you miss 9 games with a hamstring. The one thing you can't do with a hamstring that's torn or even partially torn is run. I thought he would be out of shape, and yet he shows no signs of that.
I mean, usually they say you give a hamstring another week after you say it feels better. Maybe, you know, people had hoped Petras would come back on the road trip. Maybe he gave it a few extra days, and this is what you get.
I think that's exactly what happened. He probably could have played a week ago. But the problem with that is the hamstrings can really fool you. You think they're well, and all of a sudden you pull it and you're out longer. They want him for the playoffs.
Garcia splitting the free throws. Biedrins the rebound. Now, the Warriors have led by 7 or more since the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. And yet it's never been comfortable. They got it up to 14 once. Biedrins stepping through, and he is fouled.
He's learning how to get to the free throw line. You know, Bob, after he came back from the 6-game absence of the appendectomy, in 12 games he shot a total of 18 free throws. In 6 of those games, he didn't even get one attempt. And he played a minimum of 18 minutes in any of those games. Now, there's something wrong when you play 18 minutes and you go 6 games without getting a free throw.
But now lately,
he's been just adding them up like mad.
Oh, he had the 6 of 6, 6 of 6, 3 of 4, 5 of 6, 3 of 5.
Yeah.
And tonight, 3 of 6. Point being, the percentage has been pretty decent, but the attempt numbers for him have skyrocketed.
And another point, he's educating the officials.
Yeah.
You know, and saying, you know what, I get fouled a lot.
I get banged around a lot.
I need to get to the line here if I'm shooting.
Quincy Douby hits a 3. Just when you think, okay, the Warriors have them, the Kings scare you. Sacramento has played well offensively. 6 of 11 on threes. 23 from Garcia, 27 from Martin, 20 from Salmons. Aaron from deep. Aaron Davis with 28 points.
Well, that's one when you sit at the coaching side there and you say, man, I hope that goes in, because if it doesn't, they're not going to get the rebound. And Martin does not get the call here. And
out of bounds, still to Sacramento. Well, for the Warriors, they're 9 of 22 on threes, 41%. And goodbye, 3 of 29. That was just tough to watch.
That was.
It was hard to watch. Kevin Martin.
I'll tell you, he is so quick. To play a moment ago, he's got a great first step. He has a nice little rocker, and he's one of the players that appreciates a triple threat position. He doesn't waste his dribble.
Doubling Barron now. Petras putting it up and out, but he draws the foul.
That ball was intended for Biedrins, and Petras just backed him up. You have a great angle here. Goes past Andres, right to the hands of McHale.
You don't think Andres had a touch pass on that?
He tried to catch it.
But can't you feel, I mean, it's a standing room only crowd. The capacity of this building is 19,596. There's 20,003 people here. Petras in this fourth quarter has created the most life of any of the plays, with the blocks and the dunks. There's just something about him.
Yeah, his body language. And also people who follow the Warriors know his personality.
And they like him.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's got that.
Sacramento's going to use the timeout. Michael with all 8 points here in the fourth quarter. Reggie Theus going to use the 22nd timeout. Warriors season high, if you're wondering, is 135. That was at Atlanta, sitting at 126 right now with 4:28 left. And it's hard to remember the Warriors scored less than 100 3 of the 4 games on the road. You wouldn't know that tonight with the offensive output.
After scoring 37 in a row, over 100.
Sharks playoff hockey, that will be in high definition tomorrow at 7 o'clock on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Jerome Iginla versus Chichu and Thornton and Campbell. Jody Shelley. See how the Sharks deal with the Flames, who have more than bothered them in recent years. Reggie Theus he's built a little something in Sacramento. Jeff Petrie has been a terrific GM throughout his career.
Well, 2-time executive of the year.
And I think that Theus has the right temperament. He has these Kings playing very hard all year long. And
this will count. If it had gone in, it counted.
Salmons will go to the foul line. John Salmons was originally drafted by San Antonio, never played for them. Then to Philly on draft day. Had 4 years in Philly, and then remember he had the odd courtship as he was going to be a Phoenix Sun.
Yes.
He was going to be a Toronto Raptor, and then he ended up signing with Sacramento, and he had different teams thinking deals were done, and ended up with the Kings.
And has never averaged until this year in double figures. Last year 8.5, and this year he's over 12.
He's having a great game tonight. Salmons with 22, Martin 29, and Francisco Garcia 23. Lead at 11. C.J. Watson's played extensively here tonight. 15 minutes for C.J. 7 points. Clock at 5. Barron bothered by Hawes. He has to launch a 3. Why not?
Hawes was all over him from the left side. Draped.
You want to talk about getting close to playoff time. This is how Barron played in the playoffs. 31 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. Biedrins the block. Watson will push. Jackson to Petrus. Doesn't want the 3. He traveled. Like the decision, not the execution.
Yeah, and those are the things that Don knows can haunt you when you need a hoop in a tight game.
Garcia, best they've ever seen him play. Was terrific tonight. 25 points in 32 minutes. Garcia knocking that out of bounds. Still Warrior ball. Well, just like in Memphis when Marco Bellinelli and Brandon Wright came to the forefront, I think C.J. Watson 7 points and 3 rebounds, and chasing Kevin Martin around, particularly in this fourth quarter.
Done a nice job, but he knows how to play, and he's confident. Doesn't back down from anybody.
Finding Jackson, a little draw and kick, and Petrus the offensive rebound and a new 24. Warriors have owned the glass tonight, 46-30. Team that has struggled rebounding all year has been really good on the boards tonight. Jackson traveling. Mandatory timeout, 2:46 remaining in the ball game. Warriors likely to set their season high in points if they get to the 135. Protecting the dozen-point lead right now. And when the shot clock's winding down, let your superstar bail you out. .246 remaining in the ball game. Warriors looking for win number 47 and keeping pace with the Denver Nuggets and our Fry's Electronics HD defining moments of the game. The fourth quarter play of Mickael Pietrus.
The energy that he has brought to this arena and to his ball club.
8 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, 2 blocks, and what a great, all in the fourth quarter. And Pietrus coming back after the 9-game absence, and what a welcome return.
When you look like you're having fun, and you are having fun, and you can see all that, it just, everyone gets on board. They didn't stop him.
Quincy Douby.
No one closed the door.
They'll draw the foul.
The gate opened, and it just, no one even ever attempted to lock it up.
Denver led essentially wire to wire over the Clippers. They get their 47th win. Again, starting the night, Warriors' magic number was 6. Any combination of Warrior wins, Denver losses equaling 6 puts the Warriors in. But the tragic number or elimination was 5. Any combination of Denver wins and Warrior losses totaling 5. So all we're going to do, Jim, is knock a game off the schedule. The Warriors hold on to this 10-point lead and Barron is fouled. The Warrior magic number will become 5 and their tragic number will become 4. And
just win all your games and forget about the numbers.
Win Thursday night. When Denver comes. Warriors 237 away from pushing it to 47.
And once again explain why, if they end up in a tie, it goes to Denver because of the Western Conference record.
That would be, should the Warriors win Thursday, 2-2 in the season series, second tiebreaker conference record, and the Nuggets have a one-game advantage. If they were to be tied, both teams play nothing but Western Conference opponents the rest of the way. Biedrins, 17-17 tonight, and gets a well-deserved round of applause as he sits down. Baron Davis knocking down free throws, 33, 9 and 5 for Baron tonight.
17 and 15 for Andres against New Orleans. Did a super job. And 21 and 17 at Memphis. So those are pretty consistent numbers.
Crozier with the rebound. Austin's had some nice minutes. 4 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. The alley-oop. And Warriors trying to have a little fun now. Garcia.
Well, if a college team can come back from 9-point deficit in 2 minutes.
Don't say it.
You're right?
Don't say it.
It's a little too early to have some fun.
We could see 300 points in this building on Thursday. Between Denver and the Warriors. I think the Nuggets put up 168 earlier this year. The Warriors.
And then lost to the team they put it up on just a month ago.
Well, you know, as that'll be Warrior ball with only one to shoot. What was remarkable about that is Denver had beaten Seattle by an average of 37 points in 3 meetings. An average of 37. And then they lose to him. That's incredible. 1 to shoot, and Crozier will be fouled. Now that was a nice out-of-bounds play. How did Crozier just walk to the front of the iron and receive the ball?
You go to set a screen in a little deception. There are a lot of things you can do. Especially if someone turns their head.
Warriors season high, 135. That was at Atlanta. So the highest scoring team in the league. On the verge of putting up their highest point total of the season. This is a season high for free throw attempts. They're 34 of 44. So the Warriors have lived at the line tonight. Salmon's missing. C.J. Watson. He's kind of shoved out of bounds, but the ball touched by Salmons. Good call by Davy Jones there. Loved him with the Monkeys. Just terrific. And Watson had it taken away. This one not done yet. Warriors cannot afford to get sloppy. You start missing free throws, the team hits a couple threes. Crozier will get himself to the foul line. A lot of guys are going to feel good about this game. Brandon Wright, Azubuike got in. Crozier played double-digit minutes. C.J. Watson played 18. Petrus 12 minutes in just a resounding fourth quarter. All the starters in double-figure scoring. I mean, this was a real kind of team effort. Now, the Warriors had some defensive issues tonight. They talked about it slowing a team down. Denver, they could score right with the Warriors. The Warriors will have to guard much better as Patrick O'Brien called up from Bakersfield, where he was absolutely dominant, and check in for Baron Davis.
So this is a great opportunity for Patrick O'Brien. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. A lot of people have written him off, and I think the young man has a pretty good future.
I think Patrick, you know, you start looking at the developmental league box scores, 22 points, 14 rebounds, 7 blocks.
Yeah.
I mean, he had some great games down in Bakersfield.
So he's going to play hard when he's in here now.
Ricocheting to Salmons. And O'Brien blocking the shot, but also committing the foul. The thing about Patrick O'Brien is he has a lot of skill in terms of the hook.
Oh, yes, he does. He's got a lot of offensive skill.
Good free throw shooter.
And he's got length and good timing at the defensive end.
Remember, Biedrins did not really blossom until year 3.
Yes.
You know, and Patrick, this is still year 2. Andres' breakout season was really year 3. It just takes bigger guys longer. Warriors sloppy. Quincy Douby to Garcia. And very fortunate there in the final minute here, because the Kings making things very nervous as C.J. Watson is fouled. There was a time where Sacramento beat the Warriors 15 straight times and owned this series. This year, the Warriors will win 3 out of 4. And they have more than turned the tables. And Watson, who's been a great free thrower, has missed a couple tonight. Came into the game at 87%.
You saw Francisco Garcia playfully teasing him a little bit. Obviously, they met Louisville, Tennessee.
Yep. Reggie Theus going to play this one out to the end. Warriors have tied their season high with 135 points. So 48 seconds left. Garcia still playing till the end. Well, nothing will change in the Western Conference playoff chase tonight. Denver winning, the Warriors looking to hold on. Both teams will be 47-31, meeting Thursday at Oracle at 5 p.m. Again, 5 p.m. that special start time. Douby will draw the foul. Sacramento's gotten 60 off the bench.
Yep. Garcia's got 31 of those 60, and that ties his career high. You could see how this team beat Denver with the offense that they had.
Oh, absolutely. So I talked about Denver, though, 168 points, even in losing to Seattle. They scored 147. Dallas gets a win. They are only 2 away from eliminating the Warriors.
Yeah, I think you said it earlier. You forget about Dallas. Denver's the one. Kings still have not given up.
It's a 3-possession game. You don't want to get trapped in midcourt there, and C.J. Watson now draws the foul. You step in the backcourt, all of a sudden you turn it over. So,
well, because of the Warriors logo out there, it's interesting to discern where that line is. Right in the middle of the logo, it disappears momentarily.
C.J. Watson, who had shot it at 90% from the foul line in the developmental league, and also coming into the game at 20 of 23 free throws. Trouble making them tonight as Douby scores. Don't keep trading 2 for 1. There's you want the clock to run. You also have the 8-second rule. Watson dribbling through everybody. Jackson, he will be fouled.
So Jackson has a chance to get to his average. He's got 18 now. This will be the first year he wants to keep that over 20. He's at 20.1. And I think that's important to him as well. It should be.
Well, and you get to Barron, Monte Jackson, you get to run TMC. Last time the Warriors had 3 guys average 20 or more. Ron Artest didn't play against Denver, did play against the Lakers in a loss, didn't play tonight. Jackson making it once again a 3-possession game. We're getting to that 139. Go back to February 17th of 95. Last time the Warriors scored this many points. Spencer Hawes putting it up and in. Going deep to Petrus. Michael will lay it in.
They got 140.
So forget that one. You got to go back to 94 when the Warriors got 146 against Minnesota on April Fool's Day. So the Warriors get win number 47. And you get a 2-day buildup waiting for Denver here at Oracle Thursday at 5 o'clock. And what will be more than likely the game that determines who gets into the playoffs for the A spot. Our Honda.com post game beginning right now, but for the Warriors, they rack up 140. They shoot 52%. 6 players in double figures, and Petrus with a double-digit 10-point fourth quarter came at a terrific time.
Well, you're always going to worry in a game like this, but nonetheless, they did control the ball game. They didn't just exactly escape with a big one. And there are the next 4 games. That'll be a 5 o'clock tip-off on Thursday against Denver. That's the big one.
Magic number 5. Warrior wins and Denver losses that would get the Warriors into the postseason. And Matt Steinmetz, how about Baron Davis tonight? 33 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds.
All right, Baron's telling me which camera to look at because he knows better than me. Baron, you came out with 20 in the first half. You guys were getting after him defensively. Did you try to set a tone tonight, you individually?
Yeah, most definitely. We know we got 5 games left. You know, we got to win all 5 in order to get to the playoffs. And, you know, that's our goal. That's our mission. The whole mission we've been on from the time the season started. So, you know, we just got to keep playing the way we playing.
Now, you guys didn't score 100 points in 3 out of the 4 games on the trip. You come out and score 140 tonight. What's the difference?
I think we just forced the tempo. We never stopped. You know, we just kept pushing the ball. Guys are moving the ball, getting open shots. And as long as we share the ball like that, we're going to score baskets. You know? That's all we need to do.
How important is it for this team to have a day off between every game right now to the end of the season? Because you and Steven have been logging big minutes along with Monte.
It does wonders for the body. You know, especially all the minutes that we've been playing up into the season. You know, it's good to have a good day's rest and get ready for the game on Thursday.
I'm gonna ask you about the game on Thursday. Was it hard not to kind of think about that one, or?
I mean, it's here now, so let's do it.
Thanks a lot, Baron. All right, Bob and Jim.
Well, he had that sly smile, that game on Thursday, and believe me, Carmelo, Allen Iverson, Marcus Camby, Baron Davis, Steven Jackson, these guys, Monte Ellis, they'll be ready for that one Thursday.
Well, both teams are going to be ready, and it's going to be a dogfight. And the Warriors just simply have to play better defense against Denver than they did tonight.
Most points in 14 years for the Warriors. And then you think of the free throws attempted. They got to the line 52 times tonight. All the scorers and the starters scoring double figures. And 5 o'clock, we can't say enough, 5 o'clock, as they will need the Warrior crowd to be ready to rock and roll against the Nuggets.
Kings never let up. They got great bench production tonight, and they forced 7 turnovers, which led to 12 points for them in the fourth quarter. That's what kept it close. But nonetheless, the Warriors had quarters of 39, 38, and the final was 37. So 140 points, that's a season high.
And the Warriors lead wire to wire. No lead changes. Baron Davis leading the way. Enjoy it with the Nuggets. National TV on Thursday. We'll be with you Saturday. Warriors and Clippers at 7:30 right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. For Matt Steinmetz and Jim Barnett, Bob Fitzgerald saying so long from Oracle. The playoff push is down to a Final Four with the Nuggets lurking on Thursday.